start us off with an opening statement on today's win.
Yep. So really proud of the team. Good, hard-fought win at home, and both are a very good North Texas team. I feel like I needed a little bit more lead-in. I don't know why. Questions?
All right, Coach. Just first half, you got to establish yourself, and then you're coming down the stretch. You're going in at halftime. Game's kind of close. Then you make an attempt to separate. Just talk about that that second quarter in particular.
Well, most importantly, we wanted to come out and execute tonight. This is a team that defends very well. We play each other often, and so know each other very well. And so you want to come out and take what the defense gives you, and not over extend yourself. So I thought we did a nice job of settling in and starting to take what the defense gives us.
Then this first 4 minutes of the second half is always where you want to establish how you want to finish. What did y'all talk about at halftime to get a quick jump and all and start the second half?
I just don't think we were playing the way we were capable of playing in the first half. While we did have a lead, I think we're a team that really shares the ball well, and we execute extremely well. And so I was pleased with the way we came out in the second half. But I do believe that at the beginning of the half, we defended better as well. We really locked in and got some good stops that led to our offense.
The last 5 minutes of the second quarter and then the first 5 of the third, is that a point of emphasis to you to really maintain control there in sort of the middle of the game where things can sort of turn over on their head?
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about getting a lead and building a lead, and sometimes I need to do a better job of resting us a little bit and in and out so we can be a little bit fresher. And I think I probably could have done a better job of that. Between the third and the fourth a little bit, but these guys can play 40 minutes as well, and they're very talented, and so they did a nice job of continuing to push through that and to continue to execute. And while we let the lead slip for a little while, I thought we did a nice job of rebuilding it.
When you're rotating guards like Jasmine Smith, for example, we noticed that she really came out with an aggressive mentality at the end of the first half. Is that helpful to you, maybe Erica, when maybe you don't want to have the ball in your hands so much?
Yeah, it's really helpful. Jazz is a player. She comes out aggressive on offense and defense, which is, I think, very ideal. So it's nice to have everybody on the court as a threat. So yeah, whenever she comes in or comes out, we know she has energy, and it's awesome.
But you're still the alpha, right? Do you have that mentality?
No, I've never heard that one before.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't per se say alpha. I would say that when I catch the ball, I want to be aggressive. I want to show my presence, but I also want to be under control. So I definitely know what I'm capable of doing, and I'm always trying to be aggressive, whether that's aggressive in passing, aggressive in defense, or aggressive in taking the ball down to the basket. So I guess. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nancy, do you feel like you're just sort of waiting there around? Erica's driving to the basket, just trying to see if there's second chance opportunities, maybe an extra rebound. Do you feel like you sort of have to assert yourself in an offense with so many playmakers?
I'm cool with whatever. I know Jazz and Erica, they can create for themselves. So once they're cut off, there's other opportunities to get open. And so I think it's just finding the open gap and where Erica can see me and make that pass.
I think one thing too is when you have a team that you want to fight for a championship, if you want to battle to be great, you have to have a lot of players that can score and a lot of players that can defend. And so I'm proud of the continued development of each player on the team. And I think you see a lot of players stepping up in big moments, like Sydney at the end of the game had some big buckets.
Yeah.
And Jazz played most of the game with a 4-0 assist turnover ratio till right to the end. So you need each player to step up and contribute to be able to beat good teams like North Texas is.
So to build off of that, early in the fourth quarter, North Texas starts on a 6-0 run, gets within 2, and then you don't call timeout. Sydney Wiggins scores 5 straight points. How big was that stretch?
Yeah, I was tempted to call timeout. It's giving it some thought. But Sydney, obviously is coming back from injury, and it took her a little bit to get going. And what I love about her is she just kept fighting through it, and so she could kind of find her rhythm. And so you could see it coming. And we were chatting with her on the bench, and it's neat to have a group of people around you that are like, you got it, you're going to be fine, and you kind of rise to that occasion. So. Again, when you have so many players, we're so fortunate to have so many people that can step up at any given moment and have a big moment for us.
Looking ahead to Middle Tennessee, any thoughts on that game?
It's another great team. Our focus this year is the team in front of you is the best team that you've played all year, right? We want to be really focused in on that team, and they're the next team on our schedule, and so we look forward to preparing for them this coming week.
Nancy, just talk about your competitiveness today. It was like all of a sudden you got your hands on the ball, and it was for you to do whatever you wanted to do, what you needed to do now for the team to succeed.
I think the thing is that coach says that you're a scoring option first, and so I look for that option. And then obviously I noticed that they were double teaming me, and once I saw the double team, I could look opposite and get that pass out. And so I think it's just a matter of creating for myself and creating for my teammates. And so that competitiveness is just, it's fun, and I like getting my teammates open shots. And so the double comes, open, knock down the three.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the turnovers the team had today?
Something that we've been working on. We've actually really improved on it lately, and I'll credit North Texas for the way they defended us, obviously. And I thought there were some times that we kind of caused some on ourselves, some enforced turnovers, and those are the ones that really we want to stop having in a game. You're going to play a great defensive team, and they're going to force you to make some plays sometimes to turn the ball over at times, but you can't have the unforced ones. The live ball turnovers definitely are something that we continue to work on. But we have made a lot of progress, and I'm pleased with the direction we're headed in that category.
Anything else? Thanks, y'all.
Thank y'all for being here.